want to look goofy. You just want to look goofy? Huh, Pootie? Pootie! Pootie Woody! Hey, Deborah. Can I scooch back? How you doing? We got a few things. Oh, I gotta go to the post office too. I just uh I just remembered that. Hey, Ian Butter. I gotta make it to the post office today before they close. I said, let me come on in here and at least holler at y'all today. I had a pineapple refresher yesterday from Starbucks, and it had dragon fruit or something in it. So I must be allergic to something that was in there because I was drinking it and my lips started, and it was in, one of these where you had to drink out the sippy cup thing, and I didn't ask for a straw. And my lips started burning. And I was like, what's that? And I kept drinking it because I was like, it can't be this, because it wasn't anything but pineapple and lemonade and dragon fruit. And I'm not allergic to pineapple. So it kept getting worse, that feeling. So I stopped drinking it because I was like, okay, it must be something in here that I'm allergic to. So I stopped drinking it. And I get up this morning and my lips, my is still feeling weird. So if I'm looking crazy, it's because my lips, like everything I drink now, because now I'm having some, what I normally have, a caramel frappuccino, and my lips still feel sore. Like something like really irritated it. I don't know, child. So if I look crazy, that's what it is. So we got two things. Well, three things that I legit want to talk about. And let's talk about. God damn. Every time I try to clean my glasses, I always make it worse. Let's talk about one thing before we get into the two news situations. Hey, Holly. One thing I want to talk about is self-esteem, because the video that I made about connection rejection had a lot to do with self-esteem. Please don't get to a point where you don't believe that you're beautiful. And with a lot of people working from home, some of you may be retired, and you kind of get into this, oh, I don't have to get up and get dressed because I'm not leaving the house. Because I've done this. I've just gotten into a rut where I just, wear the same couple of shirts, the same either biker shorts or workout pants or lounge pants or whatever, and don't trip. But sometimes you have to get up and put on a pair of earrings. Like today, I had to get up and shake the dust off of one of my wigs, and let me look a little decent today. Don't get to the point where you don't do your self-care. You should have a routine, a skin routine. If you're having problems with your skin, if your skin is dry or oily or whatever, you should have some type of night. I have a night routine now because we working on these little areas under my eyes. That's the only thing that irritates me really about my skin. If you find something that bothers you, go into fix it mode. Find a solution. So I have a night routine now. I'm using a serum under my eyes at night. I am making sure that, when I wash my face, I'm not rubbing that area. I'm very sensitive around the areas of my eyes because when you get older, the skin around your eyes thins out even more. It's already thin. That area around your eyes is already sensitive. So, of course, the older you get, the thinner and more sensitive that area is going to become. And if you are an unfortunate person like myself who has severe allergies, it's going to cause more problems. So, I have a nighttime skin routine. When I wash my face, I, pat all this area. I'm just, patting it. And then I have a night cream that I use to try to help that area. Whatever you have to do to make yourself feel beautiful, boost your esteem, do that. Get up in the morning and throw a little extra effort, not for anyone else, for yourself. For yourself. Now, there are days when you may not want to do nothing, then don't do it. But every now and then, get up and, put on something cute. I have a few lounge outfits that, match, are kind of cute, and it's not just looking like I just got up and threw on a pair of sweatpants. Some days I get up and put on, my little African moo and I'm shimmying around the house in my little moo and my husband be like, oh, okay, come on, moo. But do something to boost your self-esteem. You have to. Because I'm telling you, when you look better, you feel better. Send rain? No. Why would I do that? I hate rain. I'm not the person to ask. I am not the person to ask to send rain. I hate rain. I always have. I'm a Leo. Cats don't like water. I'm never going to send you any rain. I will send you sunshine before I send you anything. I'm not sending you no rain because I hate rain. I hate storms. I hate rain. I have a severe hatred for bad weather. So I ain't sending you no rain, girl. Sorry. Yeah. Holly, a lot of people were told that. Holly said, I was told it's bad to think I'm beautiful. Let others think that. No, it's not. It's not. We all should be looking at ourselves and seeing beauty and not being afraid to say that we're beautiful. Rejections is a little deeper. I don't understand. Elaborate on that. Rejections from other people? Yeah, my mother would, I was raised to be humble. You know what I mean? Like my mother always told me that. You're a pretty girl, you're a smart girl, but be humble. You don't have to tell people that you're pretty. You don't have to, tell people that you're smart. Just show them that you're smart. Because if you tell people that you're pretty, they won't like you. You shouldn't say it. Let other people say it. And my mother didn't understand that going to school, like, the other people weren't saying it. Other kids were not saying it. Other kids were not telling me that I was pretty because I was chubby, or they would say you're pretty but you're fat. You have a cute face but you're fat. And that wasn't at all boosting my self-esteem. Like, I really didn't start saying that I thought that I was pretty, or really voicing that, until I got to college and got away from the high school mentality. And older men, not just boys that I went to high school with, it was just a totally different mentality then. But yeah, we are told not to. Well, I was also told not to. You don't have to say that you're pretty, or all of those kind of things. You have to say. And it's not like I was going to be out in the streets. I'm pretty. That's why I'm prettier than you. That's why my hair long. That's why I got long hair and you ain't got no hair. I wasn't going to be that kid. But my mom was like, in a sense, dim your light, because you don't want to outshine everybody else. And my philosophy now is, forget them. If they light not bright, it ain't my fault. And if you ain't got no batteries, I do. I'm gonna be out here shining. I'm shining. I don't care what is going on. I don't care how nappy my hair is. I don't no wig, twisties, afro, whatever. You're not going to catch me saying I'm ugly. Now, you may catch me saying I'm having a bad hair day, or, my skin looking dry, or something like that, but I'm not about to say I'm ugly. Because I'm not. I'm not. I'm not going to ever put myself below anybody else. Because I'm on your level. I'm on your level. I don't care. I don't care how you view me. This my esteem. I'm on your level. Most definitely. We running neck and neck. Now, you may not think it, but I do. Oh, yeah. I believe that connection rejection is much deeper. Much deeper. She has some very deeply rooted hurt. Because at first, I thought she was just a mean woman. But she's not. This is deeper than her just being a mean spirited woman. This is a hurt woman. Her, when she did her, not her last video, but the video before her last one, when she did that and talked about being homeless for 10 years and having to wear layers of clothing to hide the fact that she was a woman, because she didn't want to be like attacked on the street and, being dirty. And I was like, God damn. See, I've never ever been through anything like that. So yeah, that's just She got layers on layers on layers. That's why she mad. She mad at the world. She's mad because no one stepped in to help her. She's mad because she feels like pretty people have always had a better chance in life, which I mean, to be honest, to be fair, when I graduated from high school, I weighed 147 pounds. I was thick. I weighed 147 pounds when I graduated from high school. So I've never been skinny. The only time I was ever skinny was maybe the first through was preschool through the fourth grade. I started my period in the fourth grade. And so I started gaining weight then because I started so early. When you start, your hormones start producing and your body starts to change no matter what age you are. So in the fourth grade, I started gaining weight. So by the time I graduated from high school, I was 147 pounds, which is big for a 17-year-old. And I graduated from high school. I got married when I was 21. I had my first child at 22. And, I put on that baby weight. Now, I had another baby a year and a half later. So I had two kids in like 2 years. So I ain't never been skinny. But I ain't never had a problem getting a man. Never. I've never had a problem getting a man. So I don't know what that's like. I don't know what it's like to be homeless. I've never been homeless. I've never had, I've never lived on the street. I've never been in a situation where, I've been begging. I've had to panhandle or hold up a sign will work for food or no, that's never been my life, and I hope it never is my life. I pray to God that that's never my life. I've never had to. Are we gone? Because I see the Wi-Fi. Okay. I've never I've never me and my two kids lived in a one bedroom apartment, but it was an apartment nonetheless. We had a roof over our head. We had a stove, refrigerator. I gave the kids the bedroom, and I slept on a futon in the living room. And you couldn't tell us we wasn't living. We were so happy in that one bedroom. I didn't have a problem living in that one bedroom because I would have rather my children been in that one bedroom than we been on the street or living in a car. 147 is not, back in the 80s, 147 was not small for a teenager because all the rest of my friends were at 100 pounds, like in the 90s or 100 pounds. Like everybody wasn't, the kids now are much bigger than we were in the 80s. These kids are much stockier because they're eating a lot more fast food and junk and stuff than we did back then. I was just a stocky girl. But my family, My dad's side of the family, mostly all of the women are, bigger women. So 147 was big back then. If all of my peers were in the 90s and like barely 100, 105, 107, somewhere around there, and I'm at 147, that 40 extra pounds is a lot. So, and it was enough to the point where I couldn't shop in the junior section. I used to have to shop in the misses, the junior miss, because I wore like a size 14, where my peers were wearing 8s and 10s or 6s, depending on, how small they were. So yeah, I was chubby. So Connection's story is just different than mine. When I looked at her video, I was like, okay, I don't want to go too hard on her, even though she be going hard on people. Like, she don't have no compassion for other people. And I'm a sucker. I come off as a hard person. I'm from East Oakland. That hardness, we just be born with that. But I have a soft heart, especially when I know that you just really got some deep underlying issues. It's hard for me to just like go in on you, even though you deserve it. Like, she deserved that shit. She deserved, girl, I'm hard. I'm from the hood. Even though I feel like she deserves it, sometimes I'm like, should I give it to her? Because her situation is already bad. Like, she already, it just don't even seem like she like herself. So you can't expect her to like other people. She don't even like the way I'm from West Oakland too. I was born in West Oakland. I went to Prescott School, Cole Elementary. Yeah, I'm from Peralta. I'm from the hood. You hear me? People be like, "Oh yeah, no, I am from the hood. Acorn. Okay? The village. We used to live in Acorn. I went to McClymonds. I went to Mac. I graduated from Mac. So yeah, I'm hood. I moved from West Oakland when me and my husband got married. Not my husband that I'm with now. He bougie. He white. We'll talk about his story later. Um, we moved from no, I got divorced and moved from West Oakland to East Oakland. 7030 Mac. Okay? It don't get no more hood than that. So yeah, I'm from the streets. Don't let me living in Hercules, Contra Costa County fool you. No, my roots is the town. I'm from East Oakland, West Oakland, born and raised. Then I moved to East Oakland. So yeah, I mean we all have a story. My story just does not um consist of homelessness. And I have not allowed the things that happened to me in my life to make me a bitter person. Hella shit has happened to me. A lot of stuff. But we all have a past. Things have happened to all of us. Ain't nobody getting out of this life unscathed. We all go through shit. Oh, you went to St. Patrick's? I wanted to go to St. Patrick's. Let me tell you my St. Patrick's story. So, I came home from school one day because I went to Prescott, right across the street from St. Patrick's. I came home from school one day and told my mom that I wanted to go to the Catholic school because I was sick of all the kids at my school. And my mother, and I was, like, I want to go to the Catholic school because it looked like them and the smart kids. I want to be with the smart kids. I don't want to be, with these kids. I want to go over there with the smart kids. And so my mother was like, I think about it. So I guess she went and, talked to one of her friends. Their dad was in education or something at the time. And he was like, yeah, it's a good school. And then my mom took a tour of the school. And honey, when they told my mom that I was going to have to go to prayer or some Catholic stuff, my mother was like, the devil is a lie. You ain't gonna have my baby up in here teaching her about this Catholic. She thought that it was just school. And when they told her that, you got to come to mass or you got to do something, my mother was like, no, my baby, it's not. She is Baptist. She only believes in Jesus. You're not going to be putting that Catholic stuff on my child. I don't know what y'all Catholic people be doing. Honey, my mama was hot. Do you hear me? And ever since then, you better not mention that school. Don't you even think about it. Cause them devils up in there doing all kind of devil stuff. They worshiping the devil. So I didn't get a chance to go to St. Patrick's. And I wanted to wear the uniform because I always thought that, you know, I really think that I was born in the wrong body because I'm really bougie. I wanted to wear the uniform and, because I felt like wearing the uniform was going to make me feel different and I was going to be above here I am, little me. I was going to be above everybody else because I went to a school with a uniform. So my mama shut down my Catholic school career very quickly after her tour of the school and talking to the nuns because she felt like they were going to try to talk me into being a nun and not being Baptist and all this. See, look at Holly. Holly said I converted to Catholicism in high school. My mama would have had a heart attack. So that was over. I couldn't even look over there. You better not even look at that Catholic school. And I always envied the kids that went there. Just because I wanted to wear the uniform. Uniform made you a target in West Oakland. See, when I went to school, though, when I was going to school, we always looked at the Catholic kids as, them the smart kids, them the stuck up kids. It didn't make you a target to me until we got to high school. That's when, the kids seemed like they got a little bit more bold and the Catholic school kids who would, be at the bus stop on 14th and Broadway. Because 14th and Broadway was where all after school, all of the, that was the transfer spot for all of the kids. So whatever schools you went to, all of the buses would be down there. And yeah, the Catholic school, if we ran into any kids with, we would be side eyeing them and mean mugging them and stuff. But it didn't start that though. until um we didn't start that till high school. Plus, you didn't really see, and them Catholic kids knew it too. So you didn't really see a whole lot of them um on 14th and Broadway. Like they wasn't going down there, but most of the Catholic schools was the Catholic high schools was up in the hills anyway. So they didn't come down to the flat areas. Hey Melissa. Yeah, it just kind of depended, I think, on what school you went to. Oh, you went in the 70s? Yeah, I graduated in 82. So it just kind of depend, I think in the 80s is kind of when kids were starting to get rowdy. They were rowdy, but only rowdy to a certain degree. I think that generation right after us started to set things off. Because we were bad, but we weren't real bad. Because, we still had parents at home who had some sense and would get off in your butt. But it seems like that generation after us, they didn't. Their parents didn't care. So they were a little different. But I don't know. Like I wanna slack up on connection rejection because I know she got a whole bunch of issues. But then I don't. Because if you can turn your camera on and sit and talk for 50 minutes, you're making a conscious effort to do what you're doing. You're doing that shit on purpose. You know what you're doing. So if you can do it to other people, I can do it to you. Because them people ain't doing nothing to her. She just don't like them because they light skinned and pretty. And she got an issue with light skinned and pretty people. Well, I'm not light skinned and probably not pretty to her. So maybe she won't have a problem with me. But she's not going to say anything to me because my videos won't get her any attention. She only mess with people that is, in this clique or people that can bring views to her channel. So to her, I'm a nobody, so she won't say anything back to me. But she knows when she watch my video, she know I'm telling the truth. She knows I'm being honest. Now it may hurt her feelings, but it's real. I ain't lying on her like she doing to Cindy and everybody else. I'm not lying. I'm not making up things about her. What I say about her is what she has really said on her channel. She talk about Cindy, she making up shit. Yeah. And I'm pretty sure she can hear my empathy because I'm not just here going in on her, but if you can dish it, you have to be able to take it. Because you throwing it out there, you got to be able to take something back. So let's talk about this whole McDonald's thing where, the woman was like, the dude came to the house with the McDonald's and was like, oh, you didn't bring enough for my kids, you only brought enough for your child. Looks like that whole thing was a scam. That was a skit. And the young lady did that to go viral. She put that skit together to go viral, and it did. I mean, that shit had the nation talking. Everybody was talking about that. So she was on someone's podcast. I don't know who those two people were, but she did say that, yeah, it was a skit. The dude knew. They had they had they had words. I mean, they wrote out a let me see if I can find it, cuz I think I saved it to my wait. Is this thing? Yeah. I'm going to let you listen to it. Listen to this.
It was fake.
It was entertainment. The entire thing?
The whole thing.
Yes. So basically the point of it was to
Donald's baby mama confesses it was fake.
It was entertainment. The entire thing?
The whole thing.
Yes. So basically the point of it was to
Now, this video cuts off, but she said the point of it was to go viral. That was it. The point of it was for her TikTok to go viral. And it did. So she did what she set out to do. But that is the point of social media. You can have the shit that you see on social media now. You cannot take that stuff serious. You can't be serious. And for people like me, who, like, I look at stuff, I analyze it, I, think about it, it's hard for me to not, take things serious. But now I'm just looking at everything like this is social media. People are doing shit for clicks and views. That's it, and that's all. Even my Facebook page is no longer private. My Facebook page is a professional page. I'm monetized on Facebook. So now my Facebook is no longer just pictures of my grandkids and, just like regular photos. Every photo that I put on Facebook now is either going into reels or I'm, staging the photo to get views. This is social media. And if you want to make money, you have to play the game. So we have to stop looking at stuff on social media thinking that this shit is real. Most of the stuff that we see on social media is staged, and is staged either for the person to go viral or for them to get views. On all platforms: TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, YouTube. Even I had to change my style. Let me say this too. Connection Rejection said that, now other people are jumping on the bandwagon and trying to do reactions, and they're just doing it for clicks and views. Yes. Yes, girl. We're doing it for clicks and views. What other reason is it to do it? I'm not doing it for my health. I'm doing it for the money. And if it'll give me a couple of dollars talking about you, I'm going to talk about you, girl. You and everybody else. You and Tasty and B-Love and her kids and everybody else. I'm sure is. Because you got to jump on what's trending. You have to talk about things that other people are talking about, because things that other people are talking about are obviously the interesting things. People don't always want to talk about the Orishas. People don't always want to talk about Ifa. People don't always want to talk about chakras. Sometimes we want to talk about what B Love is doing and what B Love ate. Where did Lissy B go? What did she say? What did Kicking It with Sin? We want to talk about the mess, the drama. And if that's what people want, that's what I'm going to give them. You can't have a restaurant and serve chili beans every day and nothing else. Ain't nobody going to come to your restaurant. Don't nobody want to eat chili beans every day. It's 100 degrees outside. Don't nobody want to eat no damn chili beans. Oh, well, that's all I got. Your restaurant going to go under. You got to give the people what they want. If they want hamburgers, you got to give them hamburgers. If they want hot dogs, you got to give them hot dogs. You got to switch it up on their ass, or your restaurant is going to be shut down. Sometimes you got to change your strategy. Even the football teams have a playbook. They not running the same plays every game. They got to switch it up. You got to throw a monkey wrench in there sometimes. So yes, connection rejection, girl. We're going to do some different things. So whoever I got to talk about, I'm going to talk about it. What gets dangerous? People doing stuff like that and believing everything. No, just don't believe. You take everything with a grain of salt. You just don't believe everything you see. You just don't get caught up in it. If it don't make the real news and it's reported by like the real news stations that vet these stories and stuff, don't believe it. Like this story that I posted on my community wall. Let me see if I can find it. Who was out there coughing? Okay, so this story about the Brazilian anesthesiologist who was filmed putting his penis in pregnant woman's mouth during a C-section. This is a real story. I mean, they got pictures and everything. Video. A whole video of this woman being unconscious and the anesthesiologist putting his penis in her mouth. And I don't know if the other doctors, because he's behind the drape, I don't know if the other doctors who were attending to her, because when you're in surgery, depending on what area, okay, your anesthesiologist is the closest person to you. They're like at your head. They close to you. They're monitoring you and everything. The doctors are working on whatever part of your body they're operating on. When I had knee surgery, this was crazy. I had knee surgery in 96, I think. Because I had been in a car accident and my heart had been bruised in the accident. The accident was just that bad. My chest hit the steering wheel. Like the seatbelt didn't lock. And my chest hit the steering wheel. Full force. My car didn't have airbags. It was an older car. And my whole chest hit the steering wheel. There was an imprint of the steering wheel across my chest. Like, so my chest wall was bruised, and my heart um was bruised. There was they said, a bruise in the muscle of my heart. So in order to operate on my knee, they didn't want to put me to sleep because my heart had been throwing these irregular beats. So they decided to give me a spinal tap. Not spinal tap. Whatever that is, where you're numb from the waist down. They gave me that. So, similar to an epidural, but not epidural because you're completely numb. Like I couldn't feel my legs at all. I couldn't feel anything from the waist down. So during the surgery, I was woke. They had gave me something to relax me, but I wasn't sleep, just drowsy. Um, but I was conscious because I remember the anesthesiologist being there. I was drowsy, but I remember seeing him um talking. He at one point was like, are you feeling anything? um so yeah, I know the anesthesiologist is normally right there. Well, there's a drape up, so for people that are conscious during surgery, you can't see what they're doing. So you can see the drape in this video. So I don't know if the doctors who were performing the C-section on the mother, I'm pretty sure if they are tending to her, tending to the baby, they're busy. They probably didn't see what he was doing. But you can't even trust the doctor. The anesthesiologist then put his penis in this woman's mouth while she's having a cesarean. This is exactly why there should be someone, if they could have been in there. And I know the husbands are, I don't know, because this was in Brazil. Husbands are allowed to be in there when the woman is having a cesarean, unless it's like some type of emergency or something. Lord, my husband would have had a heart attack. My husband would have just tore up the whole hospital and everything. I was so disturbed by that because I could not believe that a medical professional would do something like that. A medical professional would hurt somebody like that. And did y'all see the video of the white woman in, looked like they were in somewhere like either Walgreens or CVS pharmacy or something. A young lady had on a pro choice t-shirt, and older white lady got super ass mad and got up in the girl face and was like, you need to get out of here, take that shirt off, or something, and was like screaming at the girl, got all in the girl face. I was like, girl, you better than me. You are better than me. Cause I would have wiped that store with her ass. It would have been shit flying everywhere. Cause once you get in my personal space, I have the right to defend myself in any way possible. Girl, it'd have been potato chips and everything flying. She would have never forgot that incident. Never. Because I would have pushed her so hard, it would have been a domino effect. Every shelf in that store would have collapsed. I would have tried to push her to glory. You get in my face telling me to shut up and take that shirt off. You shouldn't be wearing that shirt. Lord have mercy, Jesus. I would have pushed her to her maker. When she got in my face, and the girl, the young lady was, I could tell she was trying to be nice. She didn't want to hurt this woman because the woman was clearly older than she was. And in a situation like that, you don't want to hurt an elder, because then people will turn around and be like, oh, you didn't have to do that old lady like that. I'd have beat her ass, because me and her was around. She looked a little bit older than me, so I'd have beat her ass. We both seniors. Shit, I'd have whooped her ass. Do you hear me? I would have pushed her all over that store. I'd have knocked the hell out of her. Because when I was yesterday, everybody had an attitude yesterday. Honey, that full moon was working on everybody. I was in Target. I was in Target yesterday. And I went to the Starbucks in Target. So I, get up to the counter to order my drink. And I was like, oh, can I have a caramel frappuccino? And she was like, younger black girl, we ain't making no more frappuccinos. I was like, huh? Because, at first I really didn't understand what she was saying, because it was so much attitude in her voice that her words weren't even coming out correctly. She was like, we not making no more frappuccinos. I was like, okay, well, do you have anything else? She was like, a refresher. I was like, do she not know I will snatch a crook in her fucking neck? Girl, don't take out your frustrations on me. Shit. She could have nicely said, ma'am, our machine is down. We're not making any more frappuccinos. So, after she had an attitude, see, it's something wrong with me. Because after she had an attitude with the frappuccinos, then I just started asking about everything. Do you have any more lemon cake? No. Do you have any cheese Danish? And then she was like, we don't have any pastries. Oh, okay. Well, how much is the reusable cup? I'm gonna just mess with you. You having a bad day, I'm gonna make it worse. I like messing with people. Don't. So I'm definitely not gonna let you get personal space. You gonna get in my personal space and tell me to take off a shirt that I purchased because you don't like it? I'd have beat the brakes off of her. Do you hear me? I would have whooped her ass up in that CVS pharmacy. She would have never forgot that incident. And my Rite Aid, do y'all Rite Aid got them little bitty carts that you gotta hold? It's like a little wagon that you push around. Girl, I'd have picked that thing up and been swinging it in the whole store. I'd have tore up everything. Don't ever get in my personal space. Ever. So yeah, that would have been cute. People crazy out, girl. The West and East would have been combined on that ass. And I wouldn't have been tripping, because I know that would have definitely went viral. And my kids would have probably called me laughing. You can't go nowhere. You beat the brakes off her. My kids would have been dying laughing. My granddaughter probably would have been mad though. Granny, why'd you do that? She should have been mad. Have y'all seen those videos on TikTok where the mother is like, put your shoes on, cause we gotta go, I gotta go fight this lady. And if her kid jump in, I want you to jump in and fight them to see how your kid is going to react. So my my grandson's mom did. And I'm thinking, my grandson, I'm thinking he about to, I should have knew better. I should have knew he wasn't down. I'm thinking he about to be down for this. He gonna fight. Mm-mm. He was like, call Nana. Not trying to be out here fighting. Who is it? Who you trying? He looking, he looking around in the car. He was like, who is it? Who you trying to fight? Like, let me size them up first before. Girl, shut up! God damn. Who is it? Who you trying to fight? He wasn't trying to fight nobody. I should have knew that too because he, he's never, he's not hood. My grandkids don't. They didn't grow up in West Oakland and East Oakland like I did, so they're not hood kids. They just regular kids. My grandson was like, call your mama. He was like, call Nana. Cause I ain't gonna be able to fight. I when did we start fighting? I mean, he didn't want to have no parts of that. I was like, oh, look at my baby. He ain't trying to do no fighting. I'm not going to play the video because she cussing in the video, but I'm going to let y'all see him. He ain't trying to fight. He like, they ain't going to pull my hair. He's like, you better call Nana. You better call somebody because I ain't trying to fight. I just got my hair braided. They're not going to pull my hair. No, But some of the videos are cute because some of these little kids, one little girl, as soon as her mama said fight, she started putting her hair up in a ponytail. She was like, oh, yes, I'm ready. Say less. Honey, she was putting her hair up in the ponytail, getting her shoes and everything. Sister girl was ready to fight. I probably would have been ready to fight too, though, if somebody was messing with my mama. Because I don't think my mother really realized how bad of a kid I really was, especially when I was like in elementary school. I was bad. But I was real good at home. But if my mom had came and said, come on, we got to fight because if so-and-so daughter jump in the fight, then I want you to beat up her daughter. Oh, yes, I'm there. Couldn't fight. But you're not about to touch my mama. You're not going to touch my mama. Oh, I'm going to fight. If my mother-in-law come and be like, oh, the woman down the street said something, say less. Let me take this wig off. Come on, let's go. Who? Who said it? Who? Show me. Show will. I said they should do that with husbands, though. My husband will be like, I ain't trying to fight nobody. Sit down, babe. That's probably what he would be like. Don't sit down, babe. Ain't nobody trying to fight you. Yes, they are. The girl down the street looking at me crazy. You need to go out there and check her. He gonna be like, babe, go sit down, sweetheart. Ain't nobody trying to fight you. Ain't nobody gonna fight you, girl. Don't nobody want to fight you. Okay, y'all, that's it. I'm tired. Plus, this wig is wigging in the front. That's all I got. Have y'all seen anything interesting that we haven't talked about? Yeah, you just have to, now when things are on social media, vet the story before you get invested. Try to see if any of the reputable sites, because the Shade Room is somewhat reputable. They do have a few people that will vet stories, but go back to the original person that posted the story and, look through their social media, because that was the skit. That wasn't even real. The Emmett Till accusers, you know, I don't think that she is going. Oh, wait a minute. Not just the Emmett Till thing. But did y'all hear that thing circulating around that Malcolm X was gay? So there is a young lady on TikTok, I guess, and she made a video, and I don't want to play her video because they're saying that she's supposed to be doing some series about this on YouTube. But she's saying that Malcolm X was gay. And I've read the autobiography of Malcolm X, and I don't remember anything in there saying that he had, like, maybe he just didn't want that part in there. I mean, I know he had at one time had a proclivity for white women. He was into white women and stuff. But it's nothing in his book, I don't think, that says that he was gay. So I did a Google search, and there are a few articles on Google that says before he converted to Islam, when he was whatever his real name was before he took on Malcolm X. I think his last name was Little or something. But before he converted to Islam, he did a lot of stuff. A lot of different sexual escapades. But after he converted to Islam, he stopped, looking at white women. His focus was black women because, of course, he wanted to start a family. He wanted black children. And, his whole entire focus was the upliftment of black people. Yeah, I thought it said something about him being a prostitute too. So Chester said Malcolm X was a prostitute back in the day. Was it? I'm not sure. Of course, he did some things with men if they paid, right? Yeah, I mean, I'm not saying he was gay. Well, she said gay. Of course, just use that term. But then she said a part of the LGBT community. But my thing is, he has been dead for how long? Since the 60s? Why are people trying to discredit our black civil rights leaders? First, it was Martin Luther King. People, talking about Martin Luther King cheating, cheating on his wife. Everyone knew that. His wife knew it. They touched on it slightly in the movie Selma. It was real. He was cheating. His wife knew. But she stayed with him. She didn't care. And she never talked about it. After he died, she never did a tell-all book. She never discredited this man because he was a civil rights icon. And she was the mother of his children. So if his wife don't care, why do we? And why do we do and say things to discredit people or try to make people look bad that are no longer alive? Like, this man can't defend himself. His children can't defend him because they wasn't even born yet. In the movie Selma, there is a scene where Claretta was kind of like, who are you talking to? Or, why are you doing it? It's very small. Very small. But I was like, I'm surprised they did that. It's a very small scene. But yeah. She knew. She knew that he was doing his dirt. And it was said that he would do things with white women. He had this weird fetish for white women. So, but who cares? In the grand scheme of things, Martin is gone. To me, that does not tarnish who he was as a person. He wasn't my pastor. It doesn't tarnish who he was to me as a person. We all got kinks. We all have certain preferences and fetishes and stuff. People just don't know yours because you're not in the spotlight like he was. Yeah, I mean, I if you change your whole life, if you change your whole life, change your religion and everything, you get married, you settle down, then if you're only with women, then you're not even bi anymore, right? Aren't you just heterosexual? If you like legit change your life, are you even still considered bi, or does that follow you for the rest of your life? I don't know, child. I mean, I don't know what he was doing, and at this point, I really don't care. And I just wonder why people care. After all this time, why they care? Yeah, I heard that the FBI did that too. And didn't they send like the recordings to Claretta? Didn't they send her recordings and pictures of him with white women? That was how she knew for sure what he was doing. But if you watch the movie Selma, um, it's just enough to know that, okay, she knew. She wasn't clueless as to what he was doing. So Chester said, Auntie, as a bisexual man, no. If you're attracted to both genders, you'll still be attracted to both, even if you're married, unless they unless they prayed the gay away or hypnotize you. They played it over the phone so she could hear. But so people can't change. What if he legit? What if he pray? What if he did pray the gay away? Like all of that time that I don't know how long he was in prison because he went to he became a Muslim in jail. So what if he? What? I wonder. Can I find out how long was he in jail? What if he prayed the gay away while he was in jail? Oh, he was only in jail for 4 years. Oh, wait a minute. He was in jail for 6.5 years in three Massachusetts state prisons from 1946 to 1952. Oh, he said those were his last years were his best years. I guess the last years the last 3 years is probably when he became a Muslim and you know was really really serious about what he was doing. So he has been dead since 1965, a year after I was born. And I just don't understand. Okay, so his name was Malcolm Little, and I just don't understand, you know, why people. Um, so he was 20 years old when he went to state prison. So he could have did anything in that time. And the fact that he was, as a kid, he was in like those reform schools and stuff. So he had a lot going on. A lot. I don't know. I just don't understand why, we as people are now trying to discredit our civil rights leaders. I mean, they were human just like us, but they did make a huge impact during the time that they were here. Yeah, he probably, after he became a Muslim, I'm pretty sure he, stopped doing all of that stuff because the Muslims are very, um, they have a weird look at all of that. They are, into Muslim men are into women. They take their religion very serious. So maybe that was part of his conditioning when he became a Muslim was to, get some of those thoughts. You know who Andrew Caldwell. I wish he would live in his truth because I get so sick of him. Like I unfollowed him on Facebook for some reason. I still get his posts every now and then. And every now and then he's posting, I got a yawn or sneeze or something. He's posting pictures with a woman and it's like, this my girlfriend. Boy, we know you don't like women. Like why won't he live in his truth? We we know you he's famous for being delivered, but we know you're not delivered, sweetheart. We know you're not. So just live in your truth. But it's okay to be obsessed with them. It's okay to understand their history and want to research their history and stuff, but don't discredit. Is what I'm saying. Why would you pick the most negative thing about someone and that's the thing that you want to talk about? Don't discredit people. Yeah, all of the stuff that this young lady could have said about Malcolm X, and the first thing she said was, "I wish he could have lived long enough to live in his truth." What, girl? Malcolm had a whole wife and kids. Right. And if Andrew wants to be the first lady and he can find someone that will make him the first lady, then do that. You don't have to lie to kick it. We see who you are, sweetheart. You don't have to lie. That's my only thing. I wish he would just be who he is. And stop trying to lie. Stop. Oh, this is my girlfriend. I want a woman. I'm practicing. But I know that in a sense, that's his brand. People, that makes people laugh, that makes people, come to his channel, and and provides engagement for his channel and stuff. So who am I to tell him to stop doing the shit? Who's to say he wasn't living in his truth with his wife and children? Right. Who's to say that his truth hadn't changed? We all go through changes. I went through a period where, I was like real, I had like a real tomboy, preppy kind of style, like Argyle sweaters and penny loafers and, just real androgynous, preppy kind of look. And then I didn't like that look no more. And I went to a more feminine, cutesy, cutesy, matchy, matchy type look. So we all go through phases. Yeah, I heard he was on Wildin' Out. Was he on Wildin' Out? I don't know, child. Is he funny? Because he's not funny to me. Maybe maybe I'm too old. He's not funny to me. That clowning and stuff he does is just not funny to me. But like, is he comedian funny? Cause I saw something on the Shade Room where he was on Wildin' Out. I think I was like, what is he doing on Wildin' Out? Cause that boy ain't funny. I don't know, but he would probably be good for the show because people can make fun of him. Ooh, you know that part down at the bottom? I can add some more coffee to that. That shit hella sweet. I can't drink that. I'll be died. I got some Starbucks coffee in the refrigerator. I'm gonna add a little bit to that. Yeah, I mean, and if it's getting him a check, I mean, I hope he do get enough money to um get him maybe another child. If Andrew get enough money to move out of that 1 bedroom apartment, he gonna drive all of us crazy. He gonna be on so. But you know what? I'm gonna act a fool too. As soon as we get this house, y'all gonna get sick of me. Cause I'm gonna be decorating and planting trees and potatoes and tomatoes and peppers and everything. I'm gonna be in the backyard. Y'all gonna get tired of me. I'm gonna be in my pool. So my husband is still thinking about moving to Sacramento. He still want to go to Sacramento. I don't want to go to Sacramento though. I don't know. I don't know what I want to do. I don't want to go to Sacramento and he working out here. If we move to Sacramento, I want him to. Has anybody tried that new Daisy perfume? I want to. What's a popping perfume right now for women? I need a new perfume. Because I'm tired of wearing that cheap Bath and Body Works stuff that don't even last on me for an hour. That Bath and Body Works stuff is for kids. That shit don't last on me. After an hour, I can't even smell it. I want, um, I don't know what the blue bottle Marc Jacobs, but I have one of the daisies. I don't know which one it is I have. But I need a new perfume. I just like them. Oh, they have a Daisy Love. Which one is the one I have? I think this one. Which one is this? Oh, it's just Daisy. That's the one I have. Oh, this is the one I'm talking about. The blue one. That's the one I want. Oh, Daisy Skies. I think I might go get that one today. I have to see which ones they have. Because. Oh, I might go to Sephora and just get the 3-pack. The ones that you can put in your purse. And then that way I can figure out which ones I like. Is it a Sephora by me? No, that's Ulta. That's Ulta. Oh, Daisy Dream is pretty. Macy's is closed though. What other place can I get it? What's that mall? Is that Macy's in Concord? Who live out here in the Bay Area? Is it a Macy's still open in Concord? Oh yeah, Sun Valley Mall. Sun Valley. So I might go there. Yeah, but the apartment is decked out because he did that show. Um, um, what show was that he did? He did some show and they came in and helped him. They came in and helped him decorate. Yeah, I think that was it. I think that was it. They helped him decorate. And they did a really nice job. And he's done a nice job of keeping it up. I mean, I'm proud of him in that aspect with his no cooking self. I mean, I tried to watch one of his cooking shows and I was like, Lord have mercy. This child gonna hurt himself or somebody. Don't eat that mess. But I don't watch him often though. So that's it, y'all. I might be back later on. I think we're going to see Thor um today. And if we do, since we're going to be out that way anyway, I might go to Macy's and see if they had a perfume. So I love you guys. Thank you so much. Thumbs up the video. And we will be back later on. Not live, but probably for a regular video. I love you guys. Thank you for being here. Talk to you later. Bye.